Good morning, everyone. Thanks so much for being here. My name is Marnie Gellner. I'm the TV pregame show and postgame show host for the Timberwolves. Thanks for those of you who are in attendance, and thanks for those who are watching online at timberwolves.com. We are excited today to welcome 2 new members to the Twin Cities and our newest members of the Timberwolves family. The Wolves added to their talented core by drafting Joan Beringer with the 17th overall draft pick, and acquired the draft rights to the 45th overall pick, Rocco Zikarsky, from the Chicago Bulls in a trade that is expected to be finalized at a later date. And I'm guessing pronunciation will be a question from several people, so let's make sure we have this right. Joan Beringer, Rocco Zikarsky. Hopefully we're all recording. Great. Joan spent last season with Cedevita Olimpija in Slovenia, where he averaged 5 points, 5 rebounds, and 1.5 blocks in 18 minutes per game, and he helped his team win the Slovenian National Cup. During this past regular season, Joan ranked 2nd in the Adriatic League in blocks per game. Prior to joining his team in Slovenia, the Celesta France native competed for France in the 2023 FIBA U18 European Championship, and there he averaged 9 points and 5 rebounds. And Joan became the first player from France to be drafted by the Timberwolves. Rocco appeared in 20 games for the Brisbane Bullets of the Australian NBL this past season, averaging 5 points on 50% shooting, 3.5 rebounds, 1 block, in 12 minutes per game. The 18-year-old shot 62% from the floor for the Bullets during the previous season. The Queensland, Australia native attended the NBA Global Academy in Australia as part of the Next Stars program prior to his time with the Brisbane Bullets. Rocco is the 2nd NBA Academy alumnus to be selected in this year's draft, the 13th to be drafted or sign with an NBA team. This marked the 6th consecutive year that an Australian player has been drafted into the NBA. Before opening this up to questions, we'll begin with an opening statement from President of Basketball Operations, Tim Connolly.
Whoever thought that Marnie would mess up Rocco's name? You can check that on the bingo card. I know it's a tough name here. Zikarsky's hard.
Yeah, got it.
Good work. Super excited to add 2 really good players, 2 really good people, wonderful families in the front row. We were guys that we followed closely for several years, and both had took really unique paths to the NBA, and again, just feel really lucky to add these 2 guys to our team, and now you can hear from them.
We will be opening it up to questions in just a moment. I have a quick question for each before we begin that. Joan, we watched, a lot of us did on TV, your reaction, your family's reaction. Now that you've had a couple of days to let that all soak in, what was it like to hear your name called and to be drafted into the NBA?
It's amazing, especially with to be there with my family, my friends, and yeah, it's just a special moment,
And Rocco, this is not your first time in Minnesota, is it? You were here last summer. Can you describe your journey through our great state?
Yeah, so I did like a little pre-draft last year, and got myself out to a couple of T-Wolves games, was able to sit in the crowd and listen to what the fans think of the team, which mostly is positive. But yeah, no, I've really enjoyed being here, and I feel like I'm the closest thing to a local, which is pretty cool as well.
Okie dokie. You're going to try to work that in, okay, Rocco? Okay.
Trying to.
Okay. We'll begin, but we ask you to please state your name, your media affiliation before you ask the question, and if you are asking a question on Zoom, use the raise your hand feature and we can call on you. We'll begin with John Krasinski from The Athletic.
Hey, John, just wondering, just 4 years ago, you really started playing basketball, and to get to this point so quickly, what do you think has allowed you to just take to the game that way you have and get to a point where you're NBA draft eligible as, just so soon after starting?
I think it's the atmosphere, like with my family, my friends, And yeah, also just every day to be hungry, to come on the practice with to be ready to just to if I can say to cook your opponent, and that's it. Just to put the energy every day. I think this is the most important thing.
And Rocco, just how do you see your fit here with the Timberwolves and just your reaction to getting drafted by the Wolves specifically?
Yeah, no, I think it's a good fit. I think I'm tall. I can fit in a lot of places on the floor defensively, and yeah, for me it was almost a big relief to be able to come back to Minnesota after New York and didn't have to move very far, so helped.
We do have microphones in the room, so we'll pass those around as the questions begin.
Britt Robson with MinPost. Johan, I hear that defense is the thing that you've concentrated on most and are best at currently, but I also hear rumors that you have a mid-range jump shot that you've been working on. Can you talk about that?
Yes, for me it's really important to to put the energy in defense to help my team with this. And yes, also I work every day on my mid range, and I want to have a like regular shot, and also to work on my 3 points. It's really important for me.
Joan, Dave Campbell with the Associated Press. We were told on draft night you learned English very quickly while you were with your Slovenian team. Why was it important to you to do that, and what was your secret to success with that?
It's really important because first on the beginning, like when I've been in Slovenia, I didn't speak English. On the beginning it was hard for me, especially to talk with my teammates also on the practice. And I think it's really important, and I think just to watch some series in English helped me, and also to read in English. I had also some English class last year, and yes.
Did you say watch some series, like TV series?
Yes, Netflix.
What'd you watch?
I watch a lot of basketball, like Court of Gold, Starting Five, and Sprint. Some series like this.
Starting Five, starring Anthony Edwards. Well done.
Ahmad Hicks, Fox 9. Joan, you said you watched Starting Five and you saw Anthony Edwards. What was your takeaway from Ant and the Timberwolves, and what made you excited to join this team?
First, because it's a player I watch since now 2-3 years, and it's really athletic player. He can do everything on the court, and just to have this chance to play with a player like him, it's amazing, and I hope just to learn a lot about him.
Rocco, for you, what excites you most about joining the Minnesota Timberwolves, and what player has reached out, or what player are you most looking forward to meeting?
Yeah, I think the thing that excites me the most is the atmosphere and the way the team plays. Like, been lucky enough to see a couple of games, and I really enjoy watching them out there on the floor. So for me, it's just the energy and the camaraderie is sort of what I'm really excited for. And then I'm really most excited to learn from Rudy. A defensive MVP 4 times, and to me, that's what I like. I like playing defense, so to learn from him will be awesome.
Andrew Dukowitz, Zone Coverage. Both of you guys were at the Lynx game last night. I just wonder, what were your impressions of Minnesota basketball fans and the Target Center in general? Johan, if you could go first.
Yes, it was my first time. I watched a WNBA game. It was cool, and yeah, good experience.
Yeah, it was loud. The team's really good. We got a blowout win, and it was great to be there and feel that energy. You're sitting down near the court, and you can really feel the fans getting behind it. So it was unreal.
Rocco, Darren Wolfson from Channel 5. Can you expound on your connection here to the Twin Cities, how that came about? Is that through your agent?
Yeah, it came through my agent. So he messaged me last year, and he said, come out to Minnesota and train. Did that, and then came back this year. So shout out to Matt bringing me here.
Shelby Swanson with the Star Tribune. Question for Johan. You spoke a lot after you were drafted just about Gobert and his influence on you. You kind of try to model your defense after him. I'm just curious if you had the chance to speak to him since then, and if so, what that conversation was like.
Yes, after the draft, he called me, and also we talked a little bit on the WhatsApp, and yeah, it's a really good guy. He gave me some advice, and yes, I'm really excited to start to learn with him and to practice with him every day, and just to learn about him.
Tim, Matt had talked on draft night after drafting Johan about the workout in Chicago that you guys had with him. Can you just add a little bit of detail of what you saw there and how important that was just in the evaluation process to kind of nail down your pick here?
Yeah, we were lucky enough to, Jelani, his agent, is a guy we've known for a long time, lucky enough to get a really cool, old school, high school gym workout. We put him through a really tough 1 hour workout. You saw the competitiveness, you saw his ability to quickly grasp concepts, and quite frankly, you're able to just see how athletic he was in a 1-on-0 setting. So, and then the most important part of it was the conversation afterwards. You try to get a sense of, is the personality somebody that we want to bring in the building, how motivated he is, and those things were obvious. So it was a really fun Saturday, and it was an important part of the process to get him here.
Johan, what was that experience like for you to just have that private workout? What did you learn about the Timberwolves, and how did you feel coming out of that?
Sorry, can you say again?
Yeah. How did you feel coming out of that private workout with the Timberwolves, just in terms of the connection that you had with them?
Yes, it was a very good workout. I did some stuff like low posts, shooting, pick and roll, and also one-on-one, and it was good. Very good experience, especially under two workouts, and yeah, I like it. It was very good.
Rocco, how do you see your kind of path going forward from here now as you try to transition from Australia into becoming an NBA player? What's the key for you in your development?
Yeah, I think the biggest thing is working on my body and getting game time. It's great to have the team, Iowa Wolves, and to be able to get down there and play some big minutes down there. Hopefully, I think it'll be great for my development, and then also just growing into my 7'3" frame.
Another question for Rocco. I was curious, you spoke about, it was last summer, so coming to a game here and you're talking to some of the fans. You said they had, mostly good things to say. I'm curious, what were those conversations like? What were they telling you?
Oh, I mean, everyone here loves the team. It's such a supportive environment. Everyone's so excited to come out to a game. And the one thing I do remember is after the game, I think someone walked past and they're like, "Man, you should be down there on the floor." And I told them, I'm like, "Oh, hopefully one day." And now a year later, I guess it's a little more real than I thought. But yeah, I mean, everyone loves it, and even yesterday, you could feel the love at a Lynx game.
Yeah. And then, if I may, just a question for Tim. You heard Rocco here just a second ago speaking about where he sees himself fitting in long term, but just wanted to get your thoughts there and why Rocco.
I mean, both these guys are so incredibly young. I mean, you guys are both supposed to be in Switzerland right now, right? For under 20s. So again, we've been very fortunate. The type of people that we have on the team, self-motivated, competitive, hardworking. These guys certainly stick that archetype. And we've watched Rocco play since you were 14, 15, and then his story's a story that I've never seen. I mean, 4 years ago you're playing soccer or football, right? And now
Yes.
he says he was good. We'll have to get him over to a Loons game to see if that's factual. A lot of guys say they're good at football, and then you give him a ball. Actually, the workout, though, we gave him a ball, and he did some tricks. And right, you put the ball in the back of your head, the whole deal. We have to make sure the soccer stories are real. But I think they're two great guys with tremendous upside, and I'm not sure what they're going to be. I don't think they know what they're going to be as players, but we know who they are as workers and who they are as people, and we'll bet on these type of guys all the time.
Rocco, just wondering what Australian players that you've sort of followed or admired over the years in the NBA?
Yeah, definitely started with Bogut. I think that was the guy that I watched when I first started watching NBA basketball. And then even now it's guys like Jock Landau, obviously Dyson and Giddey. I think those guys are, yeah, Joe Ingles as well. You know, he doesn't play a whole lot now, but back when he did play, it was pretty cool. And yeah, those sorts of guys are the guys that I follow.
Any other questions? I would like to wrap up with one question, the same one for both of you, because not living in the United States and coming from a different country, it's a big deal, and it can be scary, and you both have family sitting right here in the front row. Joan, first, what has it meant to you to have your family with you on draft night, with you as you're coming up, and with you here today in Minnesota?
Yeah, it's a special feeling, you know. Especially because also my dad, he played basketball before, and you know he was the dream. It was to come also in the NBA, and you know to now have this chance with my dad on the front. It's also very very good feeling.
And Rocco?
Yeah, I mean, for me, I wouldn't be here without my mum and my grandma and my dad. So for me, it's a great feeling to be able to share this with them. And, you know, they've sacrificed a lot. And, yeah, I'm ready to sort of show them that their sacrifice can pay off.
Wonderful. We have a photo opportunity now. Let's get the three of you. Let's get a couple of new jerseys up here. Is that good for everyone? Does anyone need the jerseys higher? Got it good? Okay.
You guys want to do family get up and get a picture?
Let's bring the family up.